Sorry, it's hard to translate, especially because I hear myself and I hear him, so it's just fucking my mind. Congratulations. But to touch it on again, yes, I think the Brazilian audience is fucking amazing when the Brazilian team is playing.
Yep.
I'm going to lower the desk
years
for a second.
in the making, but FNATIC, they make the most of
what was
their
that?
second.
Yeah, lower mine as well.
Perfect. I think the Brazilian crowd is amazing when the Brazilian team is playing.
Yep.
And I think that Brazilians also do realize this, and there are Brazilians that are taking note of this, that, you know, it is becoming a common theme of they show up for the Brazilian teams and players, but they don't show the same love to other teams. And my message to them is for the Brazilians to start spreading word amongst other Brazilians that, hey, tournaments are not going to be coming back if this is the case. Like, this is pretty sad, I'm not going to lie, and I hate to touch on it but it's very real and it's very true. But the fact that the winning team is giving their interviews and doing it live in front of basically nobody in the audience after they just put on a hell of a performance, it doesn't do it justice. So my message to Brazilians is to please advocate for fellow Brazilians to start showing love for these other teams, because otherwise, just like I said, you know, Riot's not going to want to come back, and I think being here is important. Like, this is a big part. It's a big part of the game. Brazil is such an important aspect of it all. So I think we want to be here. You can't push us away like that.
Yeah. Could you imagine had Loud not been in the final?
Yeah, for example,
right?
And
like,
that's scary to think about, because it would have sucked if the audience, you know, didn't show up, and that was a similar problem at the CSGO Rio Major too, where, you know, a Brazilian team wasn't playing. And so I really think there are Brazilians that are aware of this, and they just need to spread word to others to, like, hey guys, like, tournament organizers are not going to come back if this is how we're treating the other teams. I don't mind the booing, honestly.
Yeah, the booing's
I
fine.
love
The
it.
booing's
I love
dope.
it. I love it. I actually love it. Booing is awesome because it shows, like, it creates more hype. It creates, you know, the home turf advantage. And that should be a thing, but the side of it where it's like, if it's not for Brazil, it's not for anyone. I can't get behind that. And hopefully that does change slowly. Because I'm sure they're starting to realize it too.
Well, I mean, and you even heard Anna say in the interview, like, there was a little hint, a little wink-wink about starting to plan to come back, right?
Yeah.
Like,
but maybe they have second thoughts, like, you know, seeing it happen like this, because we don't want to. These guys just put on a hell of a performance, man.
The best final we've ever had.
I'm sad for that side of it.
Yeah.
And I think Boaster was throwing a jab at it because he's probably sad too.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's very Boaster, right? Like, he'll take that jab, he'll take that poke, he'll play around with it, but there's real talk.
I'm behind him on that. Because I think that just sucks, man. But it doesn't take away from what they did here today. And I think regardless of anything, man, they played against that crowd for an entire 5-6 hours. Like, you have to tip the hat. That's so hard to do. They're playing at the highest level for 5-6 hours on end. The mental exhaustion. Yeah, the two FNATIC fans that hung out. Shout out to them, and also everyone that's, you know, cheering from home, and also at the watch party. I'm sure they really were riding that roller coaster. Can't imagine the families of these players on both sides. Really, everyone is going through it. I'm going through it. I was really. I'm not kidding when I say it. I was on the edge of my seat, and that was the best final we could have really asked for. I think it delivered in every aspect. Cinderella story, counter Cinderella story. One team undefeated into the series. It literally feels so scripted. Ryan,
it really does.
Lie.
It actually does.
Yeah,
you guys.
I think that was well said too, because I think the fans have there's so much passion, like so much passion, like the more that I've seen in a long time, like ever, you know. And so just a little bit of that love back could just be
go a long way, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's cool. Yeah,
yeah,
that's well said.
Dude, Leo deserves that, by the way, 1,000%.
Yeah.
Leo played out of his mind.
I think
all
so as well.
Bro.
I think so as well.
He's just
I don't know the
steady.
stats at this point, but especially even in the finals, I think he popped off. Durka was the second point man, we'd argue. Obviously, everyone had their moments of brilliance.
I love these photos.
Those are so cool, yeah.
Yeah. Is the trophy's not there as well. It's just them looking down into the camera, right?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, well deserved.
But yeah, not Ryan, but anyone at Riot, I would love to see the trophy be way bigger. But maybe they're trying to, you know, it's just.
You got to remember these are gamers.
It looks really cool. It looks really cool.
It can't be that much bigger or heavier, right? Like gamers, and then you won't
the
be able to
prototype
lift
can be
it,
light
and
on
then,
the stage.
Oh yeah,
so
that's
then
true.
It's easy lift. Actually, that'd be pretty convenient because I remember E-League, not to brag, we won the event. That trophy was fucking heavy. That was like a.
Has it ever been like you think there's ever been a trophy where you just couldn't lift it? Like, what do you do?
That was the heaviest trophy, the E-League one.
Yeah.
And it was fucking, yeah.
Hasn't League had something like that? Right? Isn't the Summer's Cup like mad
now that
heavy?
I think so. Yeah. You have to get everyone. I think one person tried to lift it first. And
wasn't
then
happening.
Like more,
yeah.
We'll take off sub mode here as well. We are